Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
We're all RuPaul.
We're all RuPaul, and we're also back with another episode of...
Otho is scratching. He has hot spots.
Sounds like Thumper up in here.
Yeah, he does. So that was Otho. Yes, this is Wine and Divination. We're your hosts. I'm Kristi.
And I'm Devin. This is a segment of Witchy and Whining About It.
What are we talking about today?
Her words.
Talking about air horns?
No. Today we're talking about tarot spreads.
Ooh. I'm actually really excited about this because I feel like on the show, like we tried that whatever, like pentagram, like the
Five-pointed
star.
star.
Yeah, star one. That's a pentagram.
Yeah.
Penta is 5. Yeah. We know math and geometry.
I work in accounting.
There you go. Lots of geometry to be had there.
Well, numbers for sure. Lots of adding.
Yeah. So we had that, the 5-pointed star one that we did on Devin's episode. We've done Celtic Cross.
Go back and listen if you don't know what we're talking. If you have no idea what we're talking about, maybe for starters, go back and listen to episode 1.
Just sit there and listen to hours and hours of us talk.
Yeah, just binge us, and you'll learn about at least 2 spreads, which are the Celtic Cross spread, which is what we do often. I think that's kind of like the bread and butter of the tarot deck spreads. And then we also have tried the 5-pointed star, the pentagram.
Only once,
yeah.
But it was very interesting.
It was really interesting.
I think we should expand our repertoire, I think, when applicable, how I think about it. So,
let's jump into it.
Yes. What are you reading from?
I'm going to pull from the Modern Witchcraft Book of Tarot, which I pull from often. Your Complete Guide to Understanding the Tarot by Skye Alexander.
We love Skye Alexander.
Yeah, we love Skye Alexander. And I will just say, just jumping in, he or she, actually.
I think she.
She says that you could have a single card draw. You can just draw one card. You can have a past, present, future spread, which is cards 1, 2, and 3, past, present, future. You can do a 4-card spread, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which talks about the situation, the obstacle, the action recommended, and the outcome. And then we get into the 5-pointed star and all this Super 7 spread and the Celtic Cross. So
okay, hold on, slow down. Let's
I'll just leave it at 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. You can do a 1-card spread, a 2. Well, it doesn't have a 2-card spread. It has a 1-card spread.
So I have a lot of 2-card spreads that I can give examples of.
A 3-card spread and a 4-card spread, just to start.
Basically, I feel like you can do like whatever you want, and it just kind of depends on what you're looking to get from the spread. Like obviously a 10-card spread is very comprehensive, and as we've been learning in our other episodes and readings, that it tells you quite a lot.
Yes.
About one specific aspect of, your life or whatever. They're going to tell you in a certain amount of detail what you are looking, like the type of answers you're going to receive. And so in my book, Guided Tarot for Seamless Readings by Stephanie Capone, she has 2- and 3-card spreads in here, which I find really interesting. And the 3-card spreads are usually my favorite and the ones that I use the most in my own readings for myself. But I'll start with the 2-card spread. So she has here a release and retain spread, which is really cool because one card is going to be something that you need to release, like what is ready to leave your life or has been taking up too much of your attention and energy. And then what should you retain? So what is necessary to keep to continue growing?
Cool.
And then another 2-card spread is like asset and hindrance. So like one card that you pull will be your first card is your asset. So like a natural gift or ability you possess. And then hindrance, the second card that you're going to pull for this 2-card spread, is something that may be blocking your gift from manifesting.
I feel like you can almost do a 2-card spread for anything that's like this or that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a great, like the release retain one seems to be really good, even like in a situation, and then even just in general, like a message from the universe kind of thing. And then like asset and hindrance seems like maybe you're at some kind of impasse, and like what is something that
what is it? Asset? Oh, asset.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought acid. I was like, that's metal.
No, asset. It's like something that is your gift or something that is, and then a hindrance is like something that's blocking.
Right.
So that's cool. 3-card spreads, a lot of the time, like Devin said, they're past, present, future, or this one is like, they call it advice from the universe. What you need to know is the first card. Second card, so it's like something significant to focus on about the situation or topic in mind or your life in general. The second card, a new perspective, what you may not be able to see, allowing you to expand the possible ways to shift the situation. So that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And then the third card is action to take. So an actionable step to take towards a favorable outcome. So that's kind of like, I feel like that's like almost like a mini tiny Celtic Cross, where it's like what you need to know, something that you didn't know but you need to know. Mm-hmm. Third one is like, actually something actionable, which is kind of interesting. I feel like I wish the Celtic Cross has something actionable in it, but I don't know, that's also kind of hard, depends on the situation, right? Yeah. And
then you get into there's more 3-card spreads that they give you options.
I'll give you one more. So obviously we talked about past, present, future. I feel like that's the simplest one to do. I think that's the one that I started off doing by myself, like way back when I got my little baby's first Rider-Waite deck. So this other 3-card spread that Stephanie Capone has in her book is Mind, Body, and Spirit. Also another interesting one.
That is an interesting
one.
So
like mind is like your rational thought as well as the need for safety and certainty. So that's like what's going on in your mind. And then like body, like what's in your heart, the emotional, intuitive information you feel in your physical body. And then spirit, your connection to the ethereal realm, the universe, and the divine. So this is kind of about like you, where you're at. It's almost like, I don't know, it's like a little checkup, like a little doctor check, little tarot check.
Little mental health check. Mm-hmm. I like in Sky Alexander's book, they have just a lot of long form spreads. Mm-hmm. So they have the 5-pointed star, which we've done before. So go back and listen to my episode if you want to hear more about that. They have one called the Super 7 spread.
Super
7 spread. Yeah.
Why
it shows various aspects of a situation and offers advice. Then, of course, we have the Celtic Cross, and we have the Harmony spread, which is basically 7 cards that form an H for harmony. Okay. And it helps you find a way to resolve a dispute between 2 people.
Oh, wow. So it's like one side of the H, like you, or the other side, like the other person. And then
it symbolically depicts the 2 sides of an issue as 2 separate pillars and reveals 3 dimensions of the conflict on each side. And the center card indicates how the 2 parties can resolve the dilemma.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They also have a horoscope wheel, which is, we can go more into these maybe in a second. I want to switch back to you, but it's a 12-card spread. That's a horoscope wheel. They have a Tree of Life spread. It's called World Tree spread. And they have a spiral spread, one that goes into a spiral with 9 cards. And they have the Feng Shui spread.
That's interesting. I want to look into that, like maybe on my own, and see if what the hell that is.
It represents the 8-sided octagon called a bagua. Bagua.
Yeah.
Used by Feng Shui practitioners to examine the connections between a person's home and his or her life. And these cards show the energies and the influences operating in each area of your life. So like it's like a wheel that's broken up into different like areas, and then you're supposed to interpret the cards in conjunction with the meanings of the sectors in which they fall. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I wonder if I want to try that on my own, because it's like my mom is a Feng Shui master. My house is like Feng Shui'd, and I want to see if that can tell me something, because that could be a very valuable tool. Mm-hmm. Basically a bakwa is like 8 side. It's an octagon, and each side kind of represents, I think, I'm not an expert, but I think that each side represents like north, south, east, west, and all the in-betweens. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so and each of those zones represent something in your house.
It does, and it tells you what each zone represents. So, for example, in card 1, in zone 1 is fame, future, and career. Card 2 is relationship, marriage, and partnerships, and so on. So, this one's funny. Helpful people.
Yeah, it's true. Helping people.
Oh.
It is true. It's like people who are gonna like, it's like your network, you know, like your ride or dies, like people who are just like, it's like you met. It's like your business partner when you had Pink Skull. It's like, you know, it was a helping person that randomly came in, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't predict that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I want to go back to the 5-card spread because I have one here that is kind of like Celtic Cross adjacent, but it's only 5 cards.
Cool.
And this is about, it says your existing relationship. So then I guess this is something between like you and another person, I guess. It'll say like your energy. The first card says me, your energy in the relationship. The second card is like them, your partner's energy in the relationship. 3, the bridge, what connects you. So that's kind of interesting. That's very similar to like that H thing, like the harmony H.
Spread, yeah.
So it's like me is on the left, and then like them is on the right, and then like the bridge is in the middle, like literally like a bridge. It's what connects the two of you for better or worse, and then 4 is above the 3 card. So then that's the highest potential, the strongest aspect of the relationship, or an area that needs to be nurtured and strengthened. Or below is the number 5 card, which is like the lowest potential, so the weak spot in the relationship or an area that needs work. That's pretty simple. It's like you, them, the middle, good stuff that can happen, bad stuff that can happen, basically. So that makes a lot of sense to me.
I'm really intrigued by this world tree spread.
That does look pretty funky.
It's a pattern based on the Celtic pagan concept of a world tree, a sacred oak that connects the 3 realms of existence.
Oh my gosh, like Thor.
And there's 3 cards on the bottom. Those are supposed to be the roots. And of course, the cards in the middle make the trunk. And the little V cards, there's 5 cards on top that make the little tree leaves.
That's quite a big spread.
Ooh, the roots reach into the underworld, which is not the same as Christian hell.
Okay.
It's the primal source from which life emerges. So it's basically like your hell is fake. No, she didn't say that, but that's what I take from that. The trunk crosses through the earthly realm as we know it, and the branches stretch into the heavens or the spirit realm. Use this spread when you want to understand the relationship between the 3 layers of reality or the 3 levels of consciousness.
Oh, that's cool.
It goes beyond like the physical and material.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool. It's like it's like a whole as above, so below.
Yeah, that's when you want to get meta with it, and you're like, I got this deep complex. I don't really know. I need to sort out my internal whatever the fuck
spirit guides and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah. I
want to pull maybe you can talk about one more, but I want to pull like one really like crazy spread that I saw in one of my Rachel Pollack books. So maybe I'm gonna look for it.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the spiral spread. It's a 9-card spread, and the cards are laid out in the shape of a spiral. Although, I'm going to go ahead and say this is a pretty loose-looking spiral. But
how many cards is in that?
9?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, the spiral is an ancient symbol of life energy, so this spread shows the movement from the inner to outer, how core or subconscious issues evolve, emerge, and will likely manifest in the physical world.
Wow.
Oh, so do your world tree spread when you're thinking about, you're getting all your medical, physical, whatever, and then when you want to bring that shit into the real world, do your spiral spread.
Okay, so I have kind of a crazy spread that I haven't read too much into, but I want to tell you about it.
Okay.
Because I was just like, what is this? It's very interesting. It's called The Body Spread. Ooh. This is from a Rachel Pollack book called Tarot Wisdom, Spiritual Teachings, and Deeper Meanings. And she wrote, the 78 Degrees of Wisdom, which is like a very iconic book about tarot that kind of goes a lot more into the meanings as they pertain to like a cycle. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a hero's journey. And so the body spread. So this spread, I'm just going to read what she says. This spread, which uses the human body as the model for setting down the cards and the questions, has been a favorite of mine for years. First developed by a Danish tarot reader named Anita Jensen, it asks almost nothing about the future, but a great deal about who we are. In classes and workshops, I will sometimes have a volunteer lie on the floor and place the cards right on their bodies, but in private practice, I only do it symbolically, and even then, I'm a bit careful with whom I suggest it. Here is the layout. See if you can visualize the cards actually on your body as you look at the pattern and read the descriptions. So there's like this figure of a person, and then there's like the one card is kind of on like your forehead. The 2 card is probably over your mouth or nose, kind of that area. Then the 3 card is over your heart, or like the middle of your, I guess you call it the solar plexus. The 4 card is kind of like above your belly button where your like diaphragm is. And then the 5 is like right on your groin, your private parts. And then the 6 card is on your left hand, and then the 7 card is on your right hand, and then the 8 card is on your left foot, and then the 9 card is on your right foot, like your own right foot. And so I guess like the one on the forehead, which is the 1 card, is about what the person is thinking, either current thought patterns in general or about a particular situation. Oh, the 2 card does go over the mouth. It says what the person is saying. What we say to others or even to ourselves might be very different from our inner thoughts. Interesting. Whatever goes over the 3rd one that goes over the heart, they have a note that says, actually, I place it in the center rather than on the left. It's what the person is feeling. The one on the solar plexus, which I guess is that diaphragm area, is what the person knows deep down, gut knowledge. The groin one is what the person desires. This could be unrealistic or angry, or something the person does not even dare to hope. Interesting. The 6th one goes on the non-dominant hand. Oh, okay, so it could be either the left or the right, whatever your non-dominant hand is. It's what the person keeps, or in other words, does not share with a partner or the world. And then the 7 card that goes on the dominant hand is what the person shares. Okay, so it's like what you project out and then what you kind of keep internal. And then the one that goes on the dominant foot is where the person is coming from, which is past experience that has helped lead to the current situation. And then the dominant foot is where the person is heading. This can sum up, in a way, the previous cards. It's the only card that involves anything like a prediction. Wow. So like we kind of had that little like, what, mind, body, spirit. This kind of takes it a step further.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I like that.
It's a 9-card spread.
Yeah.
The body spread. We should try that.
Yeah, we should.
We should try that. Maybe another time. Do you have any spreads?
I think I went through all of mine.
I mean, honestly, a lot of the times you can make up your own spread. Going back to the Stephanie Capone book, Guided Tarot, she even talks about making your own spreads. There's a basic formula. She gives a 3-card pattern. So like your 1 card could be like a subject, 2 card could be kind of like intuitive feelings, and then 3 is like message from the universe, and you can take that and like make it as specific or general that you want.
The last one that I have is the horoscope wheel. And for this spread, you lay out 12 cards in a circle. Each card correlates to one of the 12 houses of the astrological chart.
Oh, I want to know more about those houses.
Each house in an astrological chart refers to a specific area of life. Thus, you read the cards with regards to the houses in which they fall.
For you? Or like in general?
In general.
Okay.
The first house begins at the 9 position, and you lay out the cards counterclockwise. Interesting. Okay. The first house is the self. The second house is your personal resources. 3rd, your environments. 4th, roots. 5th house, self-expression. You have health and service, one-to-one relationships, transformation, higher knowledge, life tasks, friendships, and the hidden realm.
Oh, wow. And I guess that's all in our birth charts, huh?
Yeah.
And where those corresponds maybe is like a clue as to what we can expect for that. Like, I think I saw a TikTok about how like you can tell who your like partner is supposed to be based on like, it's like one of your houses and then like your Venus or something like that. Yeah. Cool. It's pretty interesting. But then I was like, oh, I never knew that that's what, I guess when people do like a whole chart reading, that's what they're looking at and like how these things line up in different ways, I guess.
Well, cool.
I kind of want to try. Do you want to do like the 2-card release and retain?
Sure.
Maybe one for each of us?
Sure.
Okay, because I'm like, this is very new and I'm very curious about it. I am going to use my usual Ussy Pagan Otherworlds deck.
And I'm just going to use my occult deck.
Love it.
Release and retain.
Okay, we'll both do it at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, so we're shuffling. Looking at what we should release and retain. What should I release and retain? Oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna... One card fell out, so that's gonna be my release. And then, if another one falls out, that's gonna be my retain. If not, this is gonna be my retain. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, I had...
Oh, shit. Oh, you had two!
Just fall to the
Oh
ground.
my gosh.
I'm going to use those.
Perfect. Somebody trying to say something to us. Okay, I can go first, I guess. So, my release card is the Empress. Actually, very interesting. Both of my cards. And then my retain card is the Chariot, which I feel like the Chariot is kind of a good card for that. Let me find the Empress. So, okay. The Empress. I need to release... It says, receiving love, creativity. The Empress embodies the essence of divine feminine energy through her connection to nature and her willingness to let her body be a sacred vessel. She creates life filled with love. The Empress emanates a powerful energy of receiving rather than taking action. You can allow what is being birthed in your life to take its time without rushing or forcing it. The Empress is relaxed, trusting that her passions and creativity produce a powerful magnetism that attracts everything she desires. So maybe if it's about like waiting on things than taking action, maybe that's something that what I need to, which is true because I normally have a stance of like, oh, I will, whenever it's time, I will get what I'm getting. But maybe that is something I need to release, that kind of energy. And then my retain is the Chariot, which I know is about having forces in balance and like being in control. So it's about inspired action and momentum. So it says you are embarking on an important journey or moving forward to the next level of your life goals. The Chariot asks you to have a clear intention, focus, and plan for actions. Sheer determination alone isn't enough to propel you towards success. Building a solid foundation and creating structure are both necessary steps before you can make a big decision. If you're not sure what to tackle right now, listen to your intuition and guide you towards the next actionable step. So it sounds like I should take this kind of forward momentum and have a solid plan and stick to the plan. That's what I should retain.
Mine is really interesting. So what I should release is the Six of Swords, which represents moving away from past troubles, putting them behind you. It marks the beginning of a new phase after a time of upheaval, which I find to be really accurate.
Yeah.
It suggests smooth sailing ahead as you leave behind the trauma and sadness of the past. You're embarking on a new path, and the changes you make now are based on the wisdom you've gained through suffering. Sometimes this card symbolizes a journey, either of a physical or spiritual nature, or perhaps a vision quest. That's really interesting.
So is that release?
That's release.
So maybe release the past and all the bullshit.
Yeah, that's something I have a lot of trouble doing. And then
this is telling you what you need to do.
I need to retain the Ace of Wands, which is
new beginnings, right?
This is new beginnings.
Oh my
God. This is so crazy.
Embrace your life as an accountant.
Yeah, they also represent focus, energy, and clear singular intent. Symbolizes a new beginning, one full of passion and rich with promise.
Yes.
You're ready to express yourself in a new dynamic way. You want to be seen in a new light. Wow.
Dude, these cards, I'm telling you, this occult tarot deck, like, really just tells it as it is, like, very neutral.
Yeah.
Not sugarcoating it, but not being, like, mean about it.
Love that.
That's so cool.
Love that for us.
I want to, like, use this more often, this release and retain.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
Cool.
I want to do this for myself more often.
Great. Well, that has been another segment of Witchy and Whining About It. My name is Devin.
And I'm Kristi.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to us on wherever you find your podcasts.
We're on everything.
We're on
pretty
everything.
Much. If we're not on something, join
Let
our
us know.
Discord.
Yeah.
Go to wineanddivination.com. You can get the link to our Discord. Join it. Tell us. At both of us.
Yep.
And be like, yo, you need to be on this platform because it's my favorite platform. And then we'll find a way to do it.
Yep.
We love to be on a platform.
We love being on platforms. Like that movie, The Platform.
Oh my gosh, that movie's crazy.
I haven't watched it.
It's really good.
Is it? It just looks
actually
so depressing.
It really is depressing, and it's very artsy in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very much it's like a very quote unquote European film, art house type of making a statement about the world. But it's pretty like insane. And what's funny is that there's this Gordon Ramsay show called Next Level Chef. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, basically there are 3 different levels of kitchens. So one is like a state of the art, like anything you can imagine kitchen, and then the next, like the middle one is like your run of the mill like restaurant kitchen, and then like the bottom is like the basement where it's just like a home cook, like shitty, like your bowls are like warped and you have to use like a spatula for everything.
That's amazing.
So and what's crazy is that so then they get, I think, either randomly assigned or they get placed on these different levels, and it's different every time, and a platform with ingredients just like the movie The Platform goes down, and so that if you're top, you like get the top pick of like the Wagyu steak or whatever. At the bottom, maybe you get like a fucking chicken gizzard or something.
Damn,
it's such a fun show. But I just thought it was crazy that they ripped off The Platform, the movie,
and made it real life.
Yeah, and then just made it like a cooking show.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, smart, because it's very entertaining. But like, I was like, wow, that's literally The Platform, the movie.
Cool,
but the show. The reality show.
And this is Witchy and Whining About It, and Wine and Divination with Devin and Kristi.
Yes, tune in next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.